Welcome to Audit Pros Inc. We're glad you could be with us today. We have some very important items to discuss with you. So with that said, let's get started. Some concerns and some questions. Now, we all go out to eat, we go shopping. Have you ever checked your receipt for errors? You know, when something's on sale, you want to make sure you're getting the sale price. Or at a restaurant, you also want to make sure you're not paying for somebody else's food. Now, when it comes to your mortgage, have you ever checked that receipt? When that question is asked, we usually get an answer like this. What is a mortgage receipt? You see, the largest investment you ever make, but there's no receipt. Maybe you're a HUD-1 or your closing settlement statement, but do you really understand that? Do you know what all those numbers mean? Let's look at the facts. Your lender or servicer may have committed fraud. Now, it's well known, it's public knowledge now that some of the banks didn't do things the right way. But not always. There are some good banks and credit unions out there. So you need to be aware of it. You need to know the facts. Maybe they did the right thing, maybe not. Now, it's important that you do your homework because there's so much information that you need to understand, like HOA fees. A lot of people stop paying their HOA fees. We encourage you to keep paying those fees. If you're in trouble financially, that's one thing that you want to do. Keep making those HOA fees. Deficiency judgment. You know, a lot of people, when they foreclose on a home, they think it's done, over with. Did you know your bank or servicer or lender has up to 7 years to sue you for that loss due to the sale from that foreclosure? And they could garnish your wages? See, that's the big shock. Are you prepared for that? Robo-signing, or is it forgery? Now, robo-signing, you can think of it like an assembly room of people forging somebody else's signatures, maybe due to lost documents. Now, it's called robo-signing. That's kind of softening it. To me, when you're signing somebody else's signature unknowingly, and you're not supposed to be doing it, sounds more like forgery, doesn't it? There's some movies that we want you to watch. Margin Call, Inside Job, and Too Big to Fail. Now, these are popular movies, so you may have seen them already. We encourage you to watch them one more time. Credit and debt. We're all very familiar with that. There's some challenges that we have. You know, are you experiencing any type of credit challenges? Maybe too many credit cards that you maxed out and you just can't afford those cards anymore? You can go one step further. How about your debt? The debt that you're building up. Is it just too much and you want to get rid of some of that debt? Because we all have it. It's nothing new to all of us out there. How about those collection accounts? Those phone calls that you get, and sometimes they're every day, 2 or 3 times a day. How exciting are those for you? Well, one thing, there is a solution, and it starts with you. Let's take a look at the solutions that we have out there. First of all, education is extremely important. Maybe when you got your mortgage or your credit cards, you didn't really understand it inside and out. In fact, how about your credit report? Do you really understand those numbers, the scores, and what they mean? So you need an education. Homeowners, attorneys, renters, just about everybody needs an education. Forensic audits. Now, there's different types of audits. A forensic audit analyzes your mortgage. Everything from the day of the application all the way through closing. They're going to check for your annual percentage rate, the loan program you're in, the interest rate, possibly forgeries, all the documents that were signed, misrepresentation. The list goes on. And that's what a forensic audit does. But a forensic audit by itself doesn't do a whole lot. There's a statute of limitation on many of these items from 1 to 3 years. So it's not always the solution. For some people it is, but it is a good information tool. Now, one thing that may be a great solution is a securitization audit. That analyzes what happened after closing. Where is your mortgage? Where is your note? Was it separated? The mortgage and the note, that's called bifurcation. Are there REMIC trust violations? That deals with taxes. The real estate mortgage investment can do it. And that list goes on. There are so many things that you need to look at, including that robo-signing. Then we have a program to help you if there's a sale. We can delay that sale anywhere from 30 days to 6 months. And 40% of the time, the sale is canceled. Credit consulting. Again, those people that have credit challenges but also need an education. You deal with a real credit consultant. It's a membership program that goes on for as long as you want to continue. It starts off with 1 year. For some of those, you may need to reestablish your credit. Others may have to look for some of the errors on your credit. But one thing you're going to get out of this is a great education so you understand how credit works. And when credit is working on your side, obviously, you're going to pay less for things when you finance them. Then you've got that unsecured debt removal. Now, most people are familiar with these programs that get rid of maybe 45 to 55% of the debt and you have 3 or 4 years to pay it off. That's not this program. This program looks at your unsecured debt, your collections, and gets rid of it, looking at certain laws. And that's something you may want some more information on. What I'd like to do now is have you get in touch with that person that invited you to this video. They'll be able to help you in more than just one way. It's about getting educated and getting educated by the pros, audit pros. We thank you for your time and we do wish you the best. Spread the word. Don't keep this a secret. Bye now.